Hi, I'm Phil. Welcome back to the channel. This is an unboxing video of my brand new IWC Mark 20 with some of my initial thoughts and why I think the bracelet could possibly be the most overlooked feature of this watch. Before we start, please consider liking this video and subscribe to the channel if you find anything enjoyable or useful. Thank you. Let's get started. Okay, so we have this white box of IWC. Let's open it up. Inside, we have this setup of a travel case and a little drawer underneath. This is pretty much the standard packaging of all IWC watches now. Some have suggested that this is not as luxurious as the old wooden box, but I much prefer this, a very useful travel case and takes up less space. Inside the drawer, we have warranty card, the user manual, the user guide for the ease exchange system, and IWC microfiber cloth. And this like a little matchbox for the bracelet adjustment tool, which is surprisingly hefty and indeed makes me feel more professional and premium when adjusting a bracelet than using a toothpick. Now let's take a look at the watch. The IWC Mark 20 with a sunburst blue dial on a bracelet. A setup I never thought I would go for if you asked me a year ago. We'll get more into that later. Let's first go through the specs. It has a case diameter of 40mm, a lug-to-lug of 49mm, a thickness of 10.8mm and has lug width of 20mm. When compared to its predecessor, the Mark 18, this watch is 2mm shorter lug-to-lug, which doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, it wears so much better on the wrist, especially if you have small wrists like me at 6.5 inches. And I'm really impressed by how IWC has managed to slim down an already comfortable 11mm to 10.8 while boosting the water resistance to 100 meters. Turn around, we have a screwed-in case back. Inside is the new caliber 32111, which beats at 4Hz and has a whopping 5 days of power reserve, while featuring parts in silicone to improve its ability to resist magnetism along the soft iron inner case. So there are enough debates on whether this is a true in-house movement. As someone who literally just paid and bought this watch, I'm happy with this configuration. A big update from the Sellita and the Mark 18. This caliber 32111 sounds more than capable enough to me. And as someone who have owned 4 IWC Pilot watches prior to this, I've been very happy with their movements. So I hope and I believe this new caliber wouldn't disappoint as well. To the naked eye, the Mark 20 doesn't look all that different from the Mark 18. The two most noticeable differences are the position of the date window, that now aligns with 2 and 4, and the color of the date wheel on the black dial is now white. That is not applicable to my watch with a sunburst blue dial because its predecessor never had a matching date wheel, and to me it's not that big of a deal. The position of it is a lot more important. Then we get to my favorite detail updates. The hour markers at 3, 6, 9 and 12 are now elongated to give the watch a more purposeful look and reminds me a lot more of the legendary Mark 11, while the lune plots on them and the triangle are so much thicker now, makes it look like they are applied instead of printed. I absolutely love it. It's an overall more center-focused design compared to the Mark 18, with all the numerals now closer to the center, topping off with a more symmetrical and cleaner Mark XX instead of XVIII. It's a great design recipe. Moving on to my biggest surprise of the watch, the bracelet. I was never a fan of Pilot's watch on a bracelet. They were supposed to be on leather or NATO to minimize glare in a fighter jet cockpit. But guess what? I'm never gonna fly a plane, needless to say, a fighter jet. The last thing we want in today's day and age is to have fighter jet pilots to drop bombs on one another. Anyway, this watch, the Mark 20, is not trying to be a Mark 11. It is trying to be the best modern luxury pilot watch. Now it makes sense for it to come on a bracelet, and this bracelet, I would say, is among the best on the market. First, it wears super comfortably. This 5-link setup fits to your wrist like they were a match made in heaven. Then, when things get heated and you feel the hug is a little too tight, just press the IWC logo at the clasp and you can micro adjust it without taking the watch off. Absolutely fantastic. Just before you think it's over, The ease exchange system doesn't just allow you to change strap by pressing a button. The spring bar stays there. That means you can put on any aftermarket straps you like. Often brands don't let you do that when there is a built-in quick change system. This shows IWC has really designed this for the user's need. By the way, have I mentioned you can adjust the links by pressing a few buttons as well? To me, this is the benchmark of a modern luxury watch bracelet. So if you are thinking about buying this watch, I strongly recommend to get it on a bracelet. Before this watch, I have had 4 different IWC Pilot watches, including 2 Pilot Chronos, a Big Pilot and a Mark 18. I enjoy all of them and they are all great in their own style. From all black ceramic to an overwhelming wrist presence of 46.2mm to being vintage inspired. As much as I enjoyed my experience with them all, I didn't feel like they were the one for me. Now, I think I might have found the perfect one for me. Well, we'll see. I'll do a review video when I have more ownership experience down the line. On that note, thank you so much for watching. What do you think of the Mark 20? Let me know down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video and please give it a like or share if you will. Be sure to check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel for more content to come. I'll catch you on the next one.